She says that she got hit in the face with a brick from this dude who was trying to holler at her. And she didn't. What are you laughing at? Oh.
Because he was trying to holler
at her. He was trying to holler at her. And she didn't want to talk to him. So he took a brick and he hit her in the face with it. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm thinking now, the stupidest things now people are getting upset about.
Oh, okay. You're not laughing at her getting hit in the face with a brick. Yeah. What, Ma?
But how?
It's real bad.
How did she explain it though? Like he was trying to ask her out for a number and stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk
trying
about it.
Trying to holler
at her. Emerald says, "Hey, ladies."
Hey.
So this woman says a man hit her in the face with a brick after she rejected his request for her phone number. A man allegedly hit a woman in the face with a brick in Houston, Texas, after she rejected his romantic advances over the weekend. That's why I said everybody was talking about it over the weekend. Ooh. The woman listed as Bash I don't know, on Instagram, tearfully recalled the incident. She spoke of the physical assault on camera while at the scene while receiving medical treatment. Following the attack, she recorded a selfie video showing at least 5 other men in the vicinity of the incident scene. She began by saying she got hit in the face because she wouldn't give the man her phone number. And she said the guys just stood around and watched. Let me see.
Got to be spreading, and this is crazy. Now I'm gonna give y'all time to hit that like button to smash that bell, man.
Oh Lord, he waiting. I got this on this guy's page. Hold on.
And they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face. Man, fuck all y'all niggas. What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
All right.
They showed her on video.
Uh-huh.
I saw somebody showed her.
So you know about this?
No, I don't know about this. When I went to put the story up, and then I clicked in on another person's video, and one guy on his page, he said, in my own words, I don't feel sorry for her because we saw her on video when she walked up to some white guy and slapped him in the face.
But that was wasn't real. That was fake.
That was fake.
That was a skit she was doing. So we'll talk about it
because he didn't respond in a way.
We'll talk about it. Is
that real?
So she talked about the physical assault on the camera, which y'all just saw, and then she showed herself at the hospital saying, what did I do or whatever. So I'm looking at all of the stuff that's on this, all the different people's take on it. So you have people going back and forth, all on social media. She was disrespecting him. That's what some of the men were saying that was standing around. He asked her for her phone number. She slapped him and was disrespecting him or something like that. And then he picked up the brick and he hit her in the face. Okay. I'm going to address that first. The second thing that I'm going to address is the guy standing around watching all of this go down, And then the third thing I'm going to address is, could she have litigated the response? Okay. So I don't care if she was talking about his mama if she was doing all kind of stuff to him, a brick in the face does not merit what she was doing. You get what I'm saying? People never merit what you're doing. Like if you slap somebody, I expect somebody to slap you back. I don't expect somebody to slap somebody and then the next response is you take out a gun and you gun them down.
One of the things that you guys been telling me, Wendy even made a comment too when she was on here. My road rage.
Oh, yeah.
And you told me, and you always warned me, we're in a different time
It's
now.
a different time now.
I have to be careful that I'm not facing crazy when I do.
Exactly.
If I even, because some people are getting violated just by not opening the door for them.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to tell you. People don't meet merit. They don't meet whatever it is you're doing with what. Like back in the day, you can yell and scream at somebody in the car.
Right.
They'll pull up next to you and yell and scream.
Right.
It matches.
Right.
Y'all both cussing each other out. Or back in the day after school, we're going to meet we're going to fight after school. I know I'm not going to pull out nothing. It's going to be a fight. We're going to fight. People don't think like that these days. So you have to always think in the back of your mind, the person that you're yelling at, the person that you're going off to at, that person could kill you.
Remember,
and regardless of color, race, gender,
I know, you don't know where
it could be a kid, anything.
Right. She could have gotten killed.
He could have pulled out a gun and blew her away.
And that's what they do now. You may look at them wrong.
Exactly.
And they'll shoot you. I've thought about the Harlem Nights. When Eddie Murphy was fighting with Della Reese. And they was punching. And then he threw a garbage can at her. Oh, you want to throw garbage cans.
Right.
So she pulled out her switchblade. She was like, come on.
Right.
Come on. And then he finally ended up shooting her pinky toe. So...
yeah, so the thing is
the levels of whatever crazy, you don't know. The levels
don't match.
Right.
So let's talk about it on just this case alone first. Then I'll be general. When somebody comes, like if he was trying to get her phone number or something like that and she didn't want to give it to him or whatever, women always try to figure out, how do I get out of this? Because if I say I'm good, he'll get mad. If I say no, he'll get mad. If I say you ugly, he'll get mad. If I'm nice, he'll get mad. If I'm mean, he'll get mad. I think
you'll choose the lesser of the negative response. So you're not going to be disrespectful. You're not going to tell them off, and you're not going to.
Well, this one lady called into one of the shows, said she's nice, and they still get mad. So we figured out, right? We figured out because people are crazy, right? You don't want to give them a fake number, right? Because they may call you while you still standing there and be like, this is not your number. Then you end up still getting beat up.
Right. They may run after you, knock you in the head.
So this one lady said what she does is she'll give them the number and say, call me right now to make sure that it goes through. Mm-hmm. Then the guy will call and she'll say, okay. And then when she walk away, she'll block the number. It'll never ring. You'll never. That's so then this one lady said she don't do that because you can get a whole lot by somebody by their phone number online. You can almost find out where somebody lives, everything from a phone number. So she says she don't do that. She says she asked them for their number. And that's worked for her.
And what if he don't have one? He just can't be.
Then how you going to call me if you ain't got no phone number?
Oh, because he homeless, I thought, right?
No, this a regular dude.
Oh, this ain't the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So she say, give me your phone number. Mm-hmm. And let's say for the sake of argument, he's a bum and he don't have one. Give me a number I could call you at.
Okay.
And she said that has worked out for her.
Okay.
She says, I'm a modern woman. Even though she know darn well she ain't gonna never call that man.
Exactly.
She say, give me your phone number. I'm a modern woman. Let me have your phone number. I'll call you.
Okay.
And she says that's worked out for her.
Okay. That makes sense.
But why do we have to jump through loopholes? Because guys can't take you not giving you their phone number.
Because we're dealing with crazy.
It's crazy.
We're dealing with what is the word when people think that they're...
And don't go anywhere by yourself.
Their feelings are getting hurt.
Don't go anywhere. Try not to go anywhere by yourself, okay? The next thing is with this particular case, let's just say for the sake of argument that these other guys, because some other guy came out, he got tired of people calling him a punk for not jumping in. I don't expect guys to jump in. Am I odd for that? I don't expect people to jump in now. People don't jump in. They're not getting killed for people.
Unless it's a bunch of them.
Even if it's a bunch of them.
No, they did.
You mean if it's a group of them going to jump the guy or something?
If it's a group of them, like the guy that went to try to, the one that did the driving. Yeah. And he was hitting cars and running over things. And then his car crashed. He got out. The people was looking at him. They all ran after him. At least 5 or 6 of them. And they held him down to the cops.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I like when people get involved, but I don't expect it. No. You know how I always say my thing is he who expects
about it. I'm sorry, girl.
He who expects nothing shall not be disappointed. In my opinion, never expect people to get involved. Never. If they get involved, that's a plus.
That's wonderful, yeah.
And third, that's why I conceal carry. Because if he would have hit me in the head with a brick and I was up, able to move,
if you was up,
he wouldn't have got in that car.
That's the thing too. Yeah.
I wouldn't have needed nobody else to help me. I would have I'm strapped and I'm ready to go.
So you just taking a chance.
Always assume you by yourself, that even if you're on a crowded bus, nobody's going to help you. So what do? Avoid the contact if you can. Situations. There's going to be times where people can go hit you whether you say something or not. Right. But if you can avoid it, avoid it. Mm-hmm. Don't go back and forth with somebody. You by yourself. Don't assume the guys on the train or the bus going to help you and the guy standing on the sidewalk going to help you. Mm-hmm. If he starts swinging on you, just like that man in the Chicago hot dog place, she was talking back and forth with him. He said, "Oh, my grandma, if you keep talking, I'm going to punch you." Mm-hmm. She kept talking. That's not blaming the victim, but she kept talking.
So she made the problem.
You saw the man was crazy.
Exactly. Or angry. You don't know what a person would do if they're really angry.
And then there's some people going to hit you whether you say something or not. You could just be standing there like that one model and the homeless man came up and hit her in the head with something and sent her to the hospital. Yeah. But if you can, try to avoid the confrontation if you can. So all these videos they keep showing to her. This one guy came out, said he from her neighborhood, say she always running her mouth, and that's why he didn't get involved. He knew her, and he said if she got hit today, he wouldn't do nothing.
That's what I was saying. She has a reputation, from what I'm hearing. So, if you're saying she was acting, what was that all about? I'm
saying even if she wasn't acting, they were saying the films that they showing to her
she was fake,
hitting people. She went
up and acted. If she was,
they said it was a skit.
Yeah, if they're saying that was a skit, I probably should have looked at it longer to see, because it didn't make sense. Because he didn't respond, so I'm thinking maybe this is something else that's going on.
But I'm saying even if it wasn't a skit, and she really is an a-hole going around slapping people, that doesn't warrant getting hit in the face with a brick. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. And just try to litigate it as much as possible. Women, I don't know why y'all out there by yourselves. I don't know why she didn't have a bunch of friends with her. All of that. Because they would have jumped him. He wouldn't have got in that car. It wouldn't have been no men jumping him. It would have been a bunch of women jumping him. Okay. And if you're not going to get involved, and I don't expect people to, because some people like, I'm not getting killed over nobody. Can you at least write his license plate number down or something?
She just got hit.
The guys.
Oh, them.
If you're not going to jump in and assist, can you at least write his license plate?
Don't know who he is.
I don't know.
Off.
I'm just saying, so they can tell her. Say, I didn't help him, but I did get his license plate
Somebody
number for
videotaped it, right?
I don't know if they got his license plate number.
No, videotaped the whole incident.
No, I don't see it. I didn't see it.
People tend to put that phone up right away.
So that's my thing is, and people going back and forth on the internet. A lot of guys are saying she deserved to get hit. Men are not. Y'all keep thinking y'all back in the 1970s and 80s and stuff. These guys don't think like that no more.
I don't know.
They don't.
I don't.
Not all guys. Most of the guys now, they don't assume guys are going to help you.
But we don't. That's what I'm saying. I feel a type of way if she's already in their minds disrespectful, big mouth.
They're not gonna help
stereotype black women.
They're not gonna help you.
No, they'll beat you down too.
Well, stereotype women, period, not black women. White women doing that too.
Well, I'm saying she being a black woman. I'm talking about her specifically.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing other women in. Yeah. But anybody who is vocal, loud, tell it like it is. They're not gonna help you. They more than likely won't.
And a lot of these women will fight you like a man.
Yeah. Some men feel like if you got a big mouth, you deserve to get punched.
And they'll hit you. Like they don't do that. No, men don't hit no more. Yeah. Men hit now. Yeah. So, and if you hit a man, he gonna hit you back. You shouldn't be hitting nobody in the first place. I don't care who you are.
You may get hit back.
And you would want him to be able to walk away. This is what you want. You want a nice, strong man to say, my hitting her back is not going to be the equivalent of her slapping me in my face.
Right.
And then he walk away.
Like he can control his anger enough to not physically attack you.
But that's
not leave the environment, leave the atmosphere.
You lucky if that happens.
Ooh, that's a beautiful man.
And that's probably an older man or something. Some guy that grew up in the
or
the 70s
experienced, or he's good with his anger. He knows how to.
These young boys will slap you back into the earth.
Yeah.
They don't go by a man and woman. Remember, gender roles are different now. Remember? Everybody's changing genders.
It's blended. We don't even know sometimes who genders are, what the genders
everybody's bisexual. There's no more, man, woman. This is the man's job.
Every
this
man
is the
for
woman.
Himself.
It's like
we protect children and seniors.
I don't even know if they do that anymore.
No, I'm saying in our minds, regardless of the gender mixing and who's the dominant, who's the stronger one. In our eyes as society, unless you're a pedophile or something, that little child is always going to be protected.
Right.
A 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2. We get upset when we hear a baby is being violated or a person. So
it says, meanwhile, an incident sparked a twofold conversation online. On one hand, there were discussions about the dangers of rejecting a man's advances. On the other hand, some users searched and shared some of her online clips, which include her slapping 2 white men. One in the name of reparations. It's unclear if the videos are staged or pranks. They also do not appear to be taken on the same day of the assault. Her self-proclaimed feminist identity and Somalian versus African-American identity were also the center. So apparently she must have some stuff where she's talking about African-Americans being versus Africans. Yeah.
Somalia.
It doesn't matter whether y'all find stuff on, again, it's the victim. Remember we talked about that with the great word, the R word, great. A woman walking down the street butt naked, that doesn't give any man the reason to violate her. And you would think your man would have enough in him where he wouldn't do that. But he would just be like,
They say that no more.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have men who will drag her into the house and violate her.
Our conversation is different now with that. Don't give him any reason to hurt you and grab you and violate you.
So you don't blame the victim, but you shouldn't be walking down the street butt naked.
People are starting to blame victims now.
They've been blaming victims.
Why were you on the street by yourself at 3 a.m?
Yeah.
But still, I understand. You're right. He shouldn't have hurt you. She shouldn't have hurt you.
We talk about this all the time when I say, when we talked about when the people broke into the car, I had my wallet in the window. That was dumb.
Yeah.
That didn't give them the right to break my window and take stuff out of my car. But could I have done something a little different? Yes. Don't blame me. But I could have not helped him. Remember, I talked about that with black people and police. Don't give them a reason to pull you out of the car and do that to you. If you do it on your own. I haven't done anything.
But we're seeing now, like you're saying, don't give them a reason. We're getting hurt for not even giving
no reason.
Just being black.
But people blend stuff.
I'm like, damn.
People like Candace Owens and them blend things. Like she did with the neck guy, Floyd. When she blended, he was
but she said his knee wasn't. But I thought she said literally his knee wasn't on his neck.
But she talked about his character too, George Floyd.
Like, is there a reason why his knee should be on the neck?
Her documentary went more into his character.
Okay.
About him beating his girlfriend.
Which is given reason why his knee was on his neck.
No. She's saying it wasn't even on there. I'm saying
she
blames the victim. Like, if he wasn't drunk, if he didn't pass the $20 bill, if he didn't beat his girlfriend, if he was a good person, he wouldn't have put himself in that situation. I'm saying all of that stuff she's saying is absolutely true. But he didn't have to put his knee on his neck. She always leaves out permanent parts to stories. So the same thing with this. That's for sake of argument, all the stuff everybody's saying about her is true. She's a loudmouth. She don't like African Americans. She's this proud African woman. She's a lesbian, apparently. She dogged him out when he said, can I have your phone number? She slapped him. She cussed him out. All of that makes her a horrible person. It does not justify taking a brick and hitting her in the face with it. That's what I'm saying. You're taking it off of the guy who did the crime. He deserves to be in jail for doing the crime.
But other than that, and you could probably, as far as the story, the next one, because you're showing her saying something, right?
I already did.
Oh, that's right. You showed her. You can see how people replied.
Right.
That just lets you know now how society thinks.
That's how
they don't think always like what
they
you
don't
just
care.
said.
They blame the victim.
They don't
blame
care.
the victim.
They don't even care about her.
If you're not a nice person, they're not going to be for you.
You talk too much. You probably deserve it.
Yeah.
If
you Halle Bailey and somebody hits you with a brick, they'll go off. She's sweet. She ain't never bothered nobody. What has she ever done to anybody? But name somebody that nobody like. Even Candace Owens. Half the audience would be like,
they deserve it. I know. What is it? The comment
I don't like Candace
said, and
yes, they deserve to die. I hope they burn in hell. I don't like Candace Owens, but I don't want her to get hit in the head with a brick.
Exactly. We don't want mean harm to come to them.
All right. Let me see. Everybody saying hi. Emerald says Lenora always laughing. When I was saying, what are you laughing at?
Thank you. I'm laughing. And people can get mad at me because they say, that's not funny. She got hit in the face.
Men don't take rejection well. I was asked for my number once and I responded, no, thank you, sir. ML Foxworth says, I haven't seen ML in a while. I hope she got the license plate. That's what I was saying. I hope the guys at least got that. If they're not gonna do nothing.
Who just hit me? Y'all know him.
Emerald says he said FUB. Wendy says, hey ladies, everybody saying hi to each other. Excuse me. Emerald says you definitely don't mouth off or start static with a man. I agree. Cotilia says you never know someone's mental state and how they will react.
Thank you.
We are in crazy times.
He could have had a gun instead of a brick.
Thank you.
Blew her away.
Thank you. And nothing.
So be grateful. Yeah, you got the lump on your face, and I feel for you. Please be grateful that you are alive to even tell the story.
Yep. And maybe this is going to stop her. If all this other stuff they saying is true,
zip your lips.
She's not going to be quick to jump all on her on everything next time.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was that. I figure I'd talk about that. Proud Boys.
Now, is he a different ethnicity?
Exactly.
What is his ethnicity?
All these people